All right, so I guess we are doing this. Okay. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I am uploading a video to YouTube for the first time. Actually, no, it's not the first time. Um, this channel actually is like close to 10 years old because I made it back when I first moved abroad. But I took the videos down that I had made back then because they were horrible, and the channel has just been kind of sitting there. But now I'm maybe gonna get back into YouTubing. Is that vlogging? Whatever. I don't know. Um, if you don't know me, I'm on TikTok. I'm the Paper Pat on TikTok, and a lot of my followers have asked if I have a YouTube channel or if I make YouTube videos, and I always tell them no. I do have a channel, but I don't make videos because I don't think I'm that interesting. But I do live in Japan, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, it's quarantine now, so I've just been home all day. That's kind of what I think this first video is going to be me talking about. I'm just going to be explaining my thoughts, my feelings on life at the moment. I moved to Tokyo about a month and a half ago from Sendai. Sendai is a city in Japan that's kind of up in the north. And yeah, I was there for 5.5 years teaching English at a school, and I moved down to Tokyo at the end of March, and when I moved, it was right around the time that the coronavirus pandemic started to get really bad in Tokyo. It was already kind of bad, but um, it the number of cases in Tokyo started to like really hit high numbers, and so maybe like the week, I think like after about a week of me being here, maybe 2 weeks, um, things started to go into kind of a lockdown mode. Except Japan doesn't really have an official lockdown. It technically can't because of certain laws in place. The government can't actually enforce a lockdown, so they can instead make recommendations that people stay indoors, but that's the most they can do. So, um, since they made that recommendation, I've just been staying indoors. So I'm new to the city, but I don't know anything really. I know a little bit about my area because there have been a few times that I've had to go to work, like take the bus and the subway to work. But for the most part, I've just been home for like a month, just every day in this apartment. Um, the apartment is what I also want to talk about because it's very small. It's a very tiny apartment, um, which is pretty normal for a lot of first year English teachers in Japan. I think a lot of them live in apartments that are very small um, because they're cheap. And when you are living in Tokyo, things are very expensive here. So you want a kind of cheaper place to kind of start out with. Um, Unfortunately, I came from an apartment in Sendai that was um, it was very new. Like I was the first person to live in the apartment after it was um, built, after it was constructed. So I had the benefit of a lot of space because it was also like westernized sort of. So I had space. I had like more. Well, I had a lot of new appliances. Um, and it was cheaper. It was actually cheaper than my current apartment here in Tokyo, even though this apartment is smaller and definitely not new, um, which isn't the biggest deal. Like I kind of anticipated that going into the move here, but it's definitely been getting to me since I'm here all day, almost every day. It's like, I just want some space. But the other thing about this apartment too is there's no storage. I don't really have that much stuff with me. When I moved, I didn't bring a whole lot of stuff, but there's just not a whole lot of space to put my clothes. I don't even have that many clothes, but I have struggled to find places to store my clothes. I would show it to you now, but I actually just did laundry a couple hours ago, and now I have clothes hanging all over the place because I don't have a drying rack yet. And so, which I should by now. It's been, a month and a half and I still don't have one, but oh well. Um, so yeah, I can't really show it to you at this point, but yeah, it's small. It's kind of cozy, I guess. You get used to it, but yeah, I feel like I'm going kind of crazy just being here all day in this box. So at some point, I would like to try to relocate to a different apartment that's maybe a little bit bigger, one that has an actual heated toilet seat with the bidet, because this one does not. My shower room is the most frustrating part of this whole apartment situation. It's like it's like American showers. If you're from the States, um, then bathrooms typically have the toilet and the shower and sink all in the same room. In Japan, often they're not together. Usually there's a toilet room where it's just the toilet seat, and then there's a separate room where you shower and you have the sink there and everything. This apartment is like the U.S. style. It's got everything together, but it's so small. It's like the tiniest little shower room. Well, just bathrooms. The tiniest little bathroom ever. Um, which, again, isn't the worst thing. Um, it works, but it's hard living in that kind of a situation when I came from a situation in Sendai where the apartment was nicer and it had a nice toilet room, a nice shower room. Actually, that shower room was still a little bit small for me, but this one is even more small. And I'm tall, so it's difficult. When I walk from my main area, like the bedroom area, into the kitchen, I have to duck under the doorway because I'm so tall. It's small things, but they kind of add up, after a while. And then when you're again in this setting for so long, it just starts to get to you. So, yeah, I'm feeling I'm definitely glad to have something that was here because the great thing about this was that when I moved, my workplace pretty much arranged for me to have this apartment. A lot of teachers, a lot of English teachers, when they moved to Japan for the first time, um, I think a lot of people do have some kind of setup, but for people who have, for some people, when it's their first year, or for people who are transitioning between jobs in Japan as foreign people, it's on them to find their own apartments. Um, and I was prepared for that when I was looking into moving, but thankfully I didn't have to worry about that. They set everything up for me. And I really, really appreciate that. Um, and again, this apartment is small, but it's one of the cheaper ones, so it could be a lot more expensive. And if I do move to a different apartment that's more spacious and more like newer things, newer appliances and things like that, I will be paying more. Um, so it's been nice to start with something cheaper, even though it's more expensive than my Sendai one again. But um, yeah, I'm definitely ready to bite that bullet though. I'll pay the money if it comes to that once everything's over with this pandemic, which when's it going to be over? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, let me see. I'm also at this point in time, I'm kind of feeling a little bit anxious because with my school, we haven't been able to do any kind of physical classes like in person, obviously. So we've been doing our classes online through a program called Seesaw. It's like a kind of like a well, it's a program specifically. I think it was made specifically with educators in mind. You upload videos, and then your students watch the videos, and they send response videos or responding. They can respond through like voice comments, or there's a whole gambit of things you can do with it. But it's like specifically for educators. which is really nice. It's been nice to use that website. But tomorrow morning we're starting Zoom classes, and I'm apprehensive because um, our very first kind of demo class is with 4-year-olds. My school is a kindergarten, and they also offer after school English classes to elementary students. But the main thing is the kindergarten classes, K4 and K5. And so we're starting the K4 classes tomorrow, and I have no idea how it's going to go. I imagine it's going to be really rough. I can't picture it just being smooth and, everyone being able to connect to, you know, join the Zoom classroom or meeting room, whatever. We've had a few like practice sessions with just my coworkers and me, and we were trying to work out different kinks and stuff. And I think we did. I think we were able to work things out enough. But when you have a number of different students and their parents are going, obviously they're going to be the ones who are trying to set things up for them, and I don't know. Is Zoom in? I think Zoom offers, like, I think you can switch the language to Japanese. I hope you can anyways, because it's going to be rough for the parents if they don't have that option. Um, it's just going to be interesting, and the kids don't really know their English names yet. The kids won't know to respond if we are calling them by name, because they're 4 years old, and they it's just going to be an interesting time. Um, so I'm feeling kind of anxious about that, but I I'm not one to like really to get super nervous about things. I'm kind of like a chill, go with the flow kind of guy, and I think I'm more so feeling that. I'm more just like, okay, I mean, if it is rough, it's rough. Like I think there's no way that it's not going to be rough, but it'll be fine. Like it is what it is. We'll survive. And so, yeah, I think I'm not too worried about it. Just a little bit anxious. But yeah, I think in terms of just the pandemic in general, I'm less nervous about that than I was a few weeks ago. The area in Tokyo that I live is the area in Tokyo that has the highest number of cases, um, which was very concerning when I learned that information, which is also why I've been like really, really trying to stay indoors, even though I don't know about most, but a lot of Japanese people aren't. A lot of Japanese people are just going out, just hanging out with friends. Soccer teams are, having practices and stuff. People aren't really practicing social distancing much. Um, so I don't know. It's been concerning, but I think I heard the number of cases is starting to go down. Things are kind of getting better, but um, I think people are going to take it just as, I think they'll take that to mean like, oh, okay, we can just go back to normal life now, and then we'll have the second wave um, of cases of the spread of the virus. I think that's kind of inevitable, but I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. So I'm less nervous than I was a few weeks ago, but I I don't know. Sometimes things seem kind of bleak, and I just like I don't know what is gonna happen. I'm just gonna be stuck in this apartment for another 2 months. But I gotta keep hope alive and just hope for the best. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is just a word vomit. But I hope that things get better and I can um do more videos of Japan, life in Japan. I don't want to become one of those like those Japan vlogs, because I feel like there's 1,000 of those already, and I don't want to be that person carrying around a camera on the streets of Tokyo like, oh, hey guys, I'm here at Shinjuku, blah blah blah. And I feel like Japanese people will get kind of annoyed. I feel like I mean, I guess I don't know, that's not a huge deal, because no matter where you go, there are always people vlogging all over the world, so people are used to seeing people vlog, I think. But I just don't want to be that kind of um, content creator, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what really to feature in YouTube videos, which is why you're getting this, just a random spew of information about how I'm feeling. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully things get better, and hopefully I can figure out some stuff to do for this. I don't know. I might not even upload more videos to YouTube. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments or something. I don't know. This is just, yeah. What time is it? It's like 11 o'clock. I have that Zoom class tomorrow morning, so I need to get to sleep. So I think I'll end this here. Thanks for tuning in and watching this, whatever. Hope it was entertaining for you. Yeah. Maybe I'll upload more, maybe not. If not, then see ya. And if so, then I will see you next time. Follow me on the Paper Pad on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. Feel weird making those plugs when I don't even know if I'll be actually doing this regularly. Either way, it's fine. Okay. See ya. Peace.